Hello and welcome everyone to Cafe. I'm Crystal Candy.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. Great to be back with you to share all of the fun and exciting events happening this week.
So Clarence, you went to the Orlando Museum of Art to check out some interesting things.
Everything there is really pretty interesting. Take a look. It seems like every time I come here, there's something new, but there are some permanent exhibitions here.
Yeah. So we do have traveling exhibitions throughout the year, but we're really proud of our permanent collection that features contemporary art, traditional style paintings, those types of things. We also have a great contemporary graphics exhibition that's on view all the time. Famous prints from artists like Andy Warhol and Lichtenstein, so really famous artists that people know. We also have a great abstract exhibition that features some sculpture and kind of more creative outside the box works. And then we also have a collection of artifacts from the ancient Americas that's on view. So there's really something for everybody at the museum.
When you say something for everybody, I always think about like young artists, and I mean really young, like summer camps and things like that.
Yeah, so throughout the year we offer a lot of great programs for art lovers of all ages. We do our summer camps, winter art camp, and a spring art camp that's available for kids. We also have our annual big events, our fundraisers with Council of 101, Art in Bloom, and then also the Festival of Trees around the holidays, which are great fun for the entire family.
All right, and the thing I know I'm going to ask about, and that is the gift shop.
Yes, oh my gosh, our shop is my favorite. We have free parking, open every day that the museum's open, Tuesday through Sunday. Great collection of just unique gifts, and again, just something for everybody on your list.
Best gift shop ever. No, I'm kidding. So what else can people expect when they come here? If they've never been here, what other things would you say?
I'd say what we offer is a really unique experience. You know, it's not too much, it's not overwhelming. There's just enough to kind of feed that artistic side of everybody, and it's really approachable and just easy to appreciate what we have here.
Maureen, thank you so much. Make sure that you take advantage of the Orlando Museum of Art because it makes living in Orlando one of the best things ever. You know, one of the things about the exhibits at the Orlando Museum of Art is that there really literally is something for everyone. So whether it's, grandma and grandpa, the kids, they've got something for everybody there.
They change it up quite often too over there, don't they?
Only about 5% of their overall collection is on display.
Okay.
So they can change it constantly.
Intriguing.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Well, the Albin Palaschuk Museum and Sculpture Garden is hosting Japanese Embroidery, a journey of tradition and innovation. The exhibit explores the 1,000-year-old technique of traditional Japanese embroidery, Nihon Shishu, and its modern adaptations to a global art form. This art form is considered one of the most challenging forms of embroidery in the world due to its emphasis on delicacy and refinement. The exhibit runs now through December 3rd. For more information, go to palaschuk.org.
The Annie Russell Theater at Rollins College opens its 91st season with the 39 Steps. Set in the 1930s in London, this play tells the story of an ordinary man who becomes embroiled in a web of espionage and murder after meeting with a mysterious woman. The danger lurking around every corner, our unlikely hero must clear his name and uncover the truth. The 39 Steps is a comedic adaptation of the classic Hitchcock movie with only 4 actors playing over 100 characters in an action-packed story. The play runs from September 22nd through the 30th. Go to rollins.edu for tickets and showtimes.
The Blue Bamboo Center for the Arts Jazz Pro Series presents the Jeff Rupert Quartet on September 27th at 7 p.m. featuring Jeff Rupert on saxophone, Marty Morell on drums, Ben Kramer on bass, and Richard Drexler on piano. The group plays many of Rupert's original compositions with some jazz classics sprinkled throughout. He's known as an endearing host who gives the audience a little American jazz history and personal anecdotes with each piece. For tickets, go to bluebambooartcenter.com.
The Walk to End Lupus Now provides people affected by lupus and their families with the opportunity to come together for one unified purpose: ending lupus. Join the Lupus Foundation of America's Southeast region on September 30th at 4 p.m. to raise money for lupus research, increase awareness, and rally support for those living with the disease. The walk will take place at the Avalon Park Town Park. For more information, go to avalonparkorlando.com.
We are joined now by Amy Crevon with Orange County's Environmental Protection Division, and you're here to share more with all of us out there about P2, or Pollution Prevention Week. And I know a lot of us feel like we do our part to prevent pollution, but this is a great time of year to really remind all of us on other things that we can do, to help the environment, to help our community.
Yes, so every year in September, there is a Pollution Prevention Week, and it's federally recognized and nationwide, and it's the week when we can talk about strategies, pollution prevention strategies.
So when we think about strategies, probably people come to you and say, well, I recycle my plastic and my aluminum. What are some other things, besides really knowing your recycling ABCs, that people can think about during P2?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up, recycling, because we need to take a step before the recycling. We need to think about the reduce and the reuse part. So instead of buying that bottle with water in it, use your reusable bottle. So if you're going off to practice, just grab your reusable bottle, fill it up, take it with you, and then you don't have to create that waste.
And that's a really easy step that all of us can do. And personally, I like to use my metal container because not only am I reducing, it's keeping the liquid cool. So little things like that. What are some other things that people can think of doing in terms of maybe around their home?
You can do a lot at home. You can do a lot at work too. For instance, if you have a coffee maker and you have the K-cups, there are reusable K-cups, so you don't have to keep buying them at the store. You can compost at home. You can create a meatless meal. You can turn up the thermostat and turn on a fan. You can add energy-saving appliances in your house. You can do a whole lot of things based on how much you would like to save on your, finances.
No, that's something we really think about too, especially during summer, when we're not necessarily thinking that this is going to help the environment. We start to think about our wallet, but putting that thermostat up 4 or 5 degrees will not only save you money, it does help with all of that energy production, right?
Yes, and we can help you with other ideas. We can go through different places in your house that maybe are energy zappers, and we can help you find ways to prevent losing that energy and preventing pollution.
I always try to make sure my sons are keeping the blinds closed as well during the hot part of the day. So think about all of those things that you can do your part out there during Pollution Prevention Week. What are some other things that Orange County is doing to mark P2 this year?
So we're going to have a week full of events. We're going to have social media tips and trivia on pollution prevention strategies. We're going to welcome in other members of the Orange County family, and we're going to have a zero waste lunch and learn. You can join us in person or virtually. We're also going to have a fun Friday environmental trivia. Again, you can join us in person or virtually. We're going to have a trash cleanup. Our parks are in need of help of picking up the trash that it's everywhere. So we're gonna have an event in the morning where you can show up. We're gonna have trash grabbers to offer. We're gonna have some buckets and we're gonna fill them up with trash. And then we're also gonna end the week with a Fix It, Don't Pitch It event. And that's another one of those R's, repair. We want you to extend the life of your belongings by having them fixed, and it is a free event and it's open to the public.
I'm glad that you brought that up because I think about a few things around my house that I've hung on to, and it's so easy for some of us to just go, well, that cordless vacuum cleaner, I'm just gonna throw it away and just go buy a new one. So tell me a little bit more about the Fix-It.
We have had a success story, and a lady had a Roomba that she just sent around, and she was going to throw it away, brought it to our event. One of our volunteer fixers opened up, there was a side hatch that he opened up, he had a tweezer, and he pulled out like enough cat hair to fill this mug.
Well, it was working.
Yeah, it was working, but she didn't realize why it stopped working, and he said, did you ever empty it? And she never had. So
oh, you gotta empty it.
Instead of throwing it away, he extended the life of it. So we've had a lot of success stories. We have sewing machines that have been fixed. We've had shredders that have been fixed, electronics, laptops. We have yard tools that have been fixed. We have a variety. Our last event, we had 41 items fixed. So we're saving you money on having to buy a new product, but we also are, like, the finite resources that go into making those products are being extended. The life of those belongings are being extended.
That's really, there's a lot of other things there, right? Just like you said, it's going to save you money because you're not going to have to go out there and buy another expensive robot vacuum, but you're also saving that from going into the landfill or into the trash bin. So please, how can people find out about that event and the other events you guys are doing this month?
So it will be on our website, ocfl.net, and there is a Fix It, Don't Pitch It link. We ask that volunteers show up and bring their own tools with them, but if you have an item that requires, like, if your bike is going to need a new tube, you'll need to bring that with you. You can RSVP and let us know what you're going to bring. It's from 9 to 12, and it's at the Marks Senior Center. And we will be open from 9 to 12, and we'll be fixing household items.
Awesome. So you guys are going to be busy during this week.
But the other bonus of showing up is that our volunteers are the kind of people that love a challenge and they want to fix your item. They'll actually teach you how to fix it too. Like, they want to show you how to fix it. So it's like a lifetime warranty. You can keep fixing it if it breaks.
It sounds like a win-win.
It is.
Well, thank you, Amy Crevon, for joining us. And if you all want more information, check out that website because it sounds like you guys are very, very busy that week.
Yes, and we also have p2@ocfl.net for general questions.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Amy, for joining us. Great information.
Thank you.
Celebrate the diversity and artistic creativity that Frida Kahlo represents at the Viva La Frida Festival. This event will be held on September 30th at Donnelly Park in Mount Dora. Enjoy an inspiring day filled with rich experiences, food, art, and music, including a Latin jazz ensemble, a Cuban funk orchestra. Also, the Orlando Opera will be performing numbers from their upcoming show, Frida Kahlo and the Bravest Little Girl in the World. Viva La Frida starts at 11 a.m., and you can get tickets at mountdoraart.com.
If you like your music without all of the techno effects, check out the indoor acoustic music concert featuring Rod McDonald on September 30th at the Winter Park Library from 2 to 4 p.m. Rod is a tenor with a clear voice and a wide range, and he's often cited for his musicality and the content of his songs about political and social events. This live concert is sponsored by Central Florida Folk, and there will be a jam session after the concert, so feel free to bring your instruments. You can get tickets at cffolk.org.
The Orlando Philharmonic presents Pictures at an Exhibition, the celebratory opening concert for its new season on September 30th. Come along as your mind's ears conjure the 10 pictures on exhibit, including baby chicks pecking their way out of their shells, eerie Parisian catacombs, and the Great Gate of Kiev. The concert takes place in Steinmetz Hall at the Dr. Phillips Center for the Performing Arts, and showtime is at 7:30. For tickets, go to orlandophil.org. I love the idea of your mind's ears conjuring the pictures on display. That almost sounds more interesting than the photos themselves.
In one of the best, acoustically best halls in the world.
Well,
here in
great to point
Orlando.
that out.
Yeah, that it's, I mean, I can imagine, you know, looking at the pictures, hearing the interpretations from the musicians. It's going to be a really great concert.
Really
It's
experiencing
a great
it.
week of music.
Yes,
in
indeed.
general. Yeah.
My goodness. Oh, well, that wraps it up for this week of events. If you have one you'd like to share with us for next month, send us an email at cafe@ocfl.net. I'm Crystal Candy.
And I'm Clarence Reynolds. Remember to join us next week to see what's new and exciting in your community.